Bonjour. Bonjour. Hello, my name is Bakit. You are watching Rappler, and I'm reporting and I'm talking to you from Brussels in Belgium because I'm covering President Ferdinand Marcos's official visit to Brussels, Belgium to participate in the ASEAN EU commemorative summit that's happening on the 14th. He's also attending and participating in different other events during this official visit, and we will be talking about that quickly. But first, the official delegation of President Marcos, alongside the media delegation, which I am a part of, arrived 3 a.m. dito sa Belgium, sa Brussels, mga 3 a.m. ng December 12. It is still December 12. Well, it's still December 12 in the Philippines. December 12 here, it's around past 4 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. I'm actually outside the venue of the President's first official event in this official visit. He is meeting members of the Filipino community here in Brussels. Usually talaga yun yung pang-start na event ng Pangulo tuwing gumagawa siya ng official visit or kahit state visit, or minsan din huling event. But in the case of this visit to Belgium, it's his first official activity. So, quick overview lang of what the President is doing here. Like I mentioned, the main purpose for his visit is his participation in the commemorative ASEAN-EU Summit as an association of Southeast Asian nations and the European Union, two major blocs from Southeast Asia and Europe. They are meeting for the first time as the two blocs. So we will expect all representatives from the 20 members of the EU and the 10 members of the ASEAN. They will be speaking to each other during the commemorative summit, but more on that later. Medyo malamig dito, guys. Nasa, last I checked, nasa 1 degree Celsius yung temperature natin. So again, today, yung only public activity of the President is a meeting with the Filipino community here in Brussels. Although yung andito or ang doon sa loob ng venue, just right behind me here, hindi lang mga taga Brussels, hindi lang taga Belgium, pero andito rin kanina may mga nabanggit, mga galing pa Italy, galing Luxembourg, galing UK, galing Netherlands, Paris at Denmark. Nagsipuntahan sila dito to attend the activity with the President. Okay, so let's talk about what will be one of the key points of discussions pagdating sa commemorative summit ng ASEAN at EU. Syempre, top of mind, economic recovery. That's been a repeating or a constant in all the summits that's been happening this year na in person, kunwari sa APEC, doon sa Bangkok, and then also the ASEAN Summit in Phnom Penh. One of the major points of discussion, of course, is post-COVID, or at least post-COVID lockdown economic recovery. We expect that fully to be a point of discussion here during the ASEAN EU commemorative summit. I won't be able to link it here, but if you're interested in watching, I had an interview with Aaron Jed Rabena, and he talked about why the ASEAN is a point of focus among not just the EU but even other countries, like the individual countries of the European Union and other global north countries. Kasi nga parang according to him, in the context of the past 3 years, so halo-halo na yun, COVID-19, how supply chains were affected by the global shutdown because of COVID-19, and also Russia's war in Ukraine. Countries are starting to realize na they should look for other strategic partners, and ASEAN is one of those partners that they're looking at. So yun. Si Pangulo naman, si President Marcos, specifically he said during his departure message yesterday, business is topmost, of course. Part doon, trade, food and health security, and also maritime security. So, like in his other official visits, his official visit to New York, his state visits to Singapore and Indonesia, his visits to Phnom Penh for ASEAN, and to Bangkok for APEC, he will be having meetings with Europe-based or EU-based corporations. Some of them already have a presence in the Philippines. Some of them are looking to expand in the Philippines. So, isa yan sa mga mangyayari dito. He will also have a lot of bilateral meetings. I know that word has become trending in the Philippines because of a certain way to abbreviate it. But he has 10 bilateral meetings with countries from the EU and the EU itself. So EU as a bloc, may bilateral meeting din yan. So bukod sa EU, he will be meeting with Belgium, Croatia, the Czech Republic, Spain, Denmark, Germany, Poland, Finland, and the Netherlands. So yun. So yun yung mga what we anticipate to happen in the coming days. This is a fairly quick trip, 3 days lang. So dumating kami dito on the 12th, first full day, yung 12th, or first activity, it's happening today. And then tomorrow will be actually the only true full day that the delegation will be spending in Brussels. So tomorrow yung business EU ASEAN or ASEAN EU, minsan nagkakapalitan yung depende kung who's talking about it. If I notice that if it's an ASEAN country, they say ASEAN EU. If it's a EU country, it's EU ASEAN. Anyway, so tomorrow yung ASEAN EU business summit, and then on the 14th will be the commemorative summit. The president will also be leaving Brussels that same day, and he will be arriving in the Philippines by the 15th. So, ano pa mga side issues or other issues na hindi explicitly in the agenda but will definitely be something that will influence or at least shape how this visit goes. We asked him about this actually en route to Brussels, yung GSP Plus, or yung Generalized Scheme of Preference Plus, para siyang special status that the EU gives to a certain country, to certain countries. Yung short version of it, may mga incentives at zero tariffs on over 6,200 Philippine products. Now, the thing is, in 2023, that expires, so it's up for renegotiation. But in the past years, under the previous administration of Rodrigo Duterte, the European Union or the legislature of the EU has been threatening the revocation of GSP Plus on account of the human rights issues connected to the drug war of Rodrigo Duterte. And although you have to note na kahit ilang beses nila winarn or parang nag-threaten ng withdrawal ng GSP Plus, wala talagang, they didn't actually do anything to trigger its withdrawal or to rescind that perk for the Philippines. But we absolutely expect that to be a point of discussion when the renegotiation happens or when we apply for it to be in place again or to have that status again. Although it'll be interesting to note that when we talk to President Marcos about it, yung quote niya ay na yes, he will talk to the EU, referring to the bloc, about human rights with respect to GSP Plus. But he did say, I don't think one thing should be related to the other, referring to human rights and GSP Plus. But the thing is, yung GSP Plus nga, parang naka-hinge siya on meeting certain standards of human rights, and that doesn't apply. That is a condition not just on the Philippines but on other countries as well. That's imposed by the European Union. So, yun lang for now. It's really cold here. I should go inside in a bit because it is starting in an hour and a half or an hour from now. He's meeting with the Filipino community again. Yung nagagather dito or nandito ngayon sa Brussels, Belgium for this meeting with the Filipino community. Hindi lang yung mga taga Brussels, pero meron din from countries close and quite far-ish from Brussels. So Filipinos from Italy, Luxembourg, UK, the Netherlands, Paris, Denmark. They're all here in a venue. It's an events venue here in Brussels to meet the president. Kaya rin meron akong, nalaglag yung notes ko, pero okay lang yan. Kaya rin meron akong Philippine flag it's what they give away to the attendees of the Filipino community meeting here in Brussels. So that's it for now. I will be talking to you again and going live probably tomorrow. Not probably, definitely tomorrow, and of course on the 14th as we conclude, or as the president concludes his official visit to Brussels, Belgium, again primarily for the ASEAN-EU Summit, commemorative summit. Again, this has been Bakit, freezing here in Brussels, Belgium. Thank you for watching, even if it's a weird late hour back in Manila in the Philippines. And keep it on Rappler. We'll be covering this visit, giving you analysis and also live updates from Belgium and from Manila. Hi guys, thank you for watching. Bye!